Hey guys, I'm just quickly going to show you how easy it can be to do a ReShaft at home. What happens a lot with me is two things happen actually. One, I have wedges and I wear the heads out, like these ones here. So I wear the face out and I need a new wedge. And I don't want to wait, 3-4 weeks for the custom order to come through with the right shaft neck. So I'll go get one off the shelf, and the off the shelf shafts, the old wedge flex shafts, are not the greatest consistency or quality. So I'll take the shaft out of an old worn out one, which is what I'm about to show you, and I'll put it into the new one. So then I end up effectively with the same custom shaft in my new head without having to wait for it. So, and the second thing that happens is I have a few casualties because of my short game expertise. I tend to occasionally, the frustration gets the better of me and we lose one. So, and then I tend to cover those as well with old shafts out of worn out heads. So, first thing we need to do is get the shafts out of both of the heads. And first job on the list to do that is we need to boil the kettle, which I've just done before we started filming because it's noisy. And we just need to run some boiling water over that ferrule, the black plastic piece just above the head, because we need that out of the way so that we can heat the head without it.
Just be careful.
There we go. So we get it back from the head, and now we can heat the head up. So come around here. I'll show you. I'm doing this to show you how easy it is to do it at home. I've got a blowtorch that I can use to do this, but if you don't have a blowtorch, just get your gas cooktop going. And we just need to heat this up until that glue softens. We don't need to heat it up until it's all on fire and glowing red hot. Just need to heat it up till the glue softens. So we heat it for a bit and then try it. Towel in a hand, try it. And then just keep repeating that process till the head comes off. Right, when you're pulling this off, always point it away from your face because there can be built up pressure in the head there. But that's the head off. We'll do the same with the next club, and then we'll have we'll be ready to do the next part. So I'll get the head off the other shaft, and we'll go from there. Oh, do this when you've done that before you put it down on anything. Okay, so we've separated the heads of both the shafts. So now we need our new head and the shaft out of the old club, and the other bits go over here, out of the way. So next step we're going to have to do is we're going to have to clean all the old glue that we've burned off the tip of the shaft. So for that we just take a piece of sandpaper and we just sand off the residue of that old glue. To be honest, this is probably a bit on the fine side. This is 240 grit, but I mean really something around 120 will do this job. And when you prep a new shaft, you actually have to put it on the grinder. Okay, so we do that, and then we need to drill this glue out of the end of the shaft. So we need to get as much of that as we can out of there. So just whatever drill bit, I'm going to use a 5mm, 5.5mm. I'm just going to put it inside and then work it around. Okay, pretty fast. Okay, so carefully I'm going to put this into drill this into that glue there, and then we're going to work it around. Get rid of that glue that's up in the shaft. Okay. last thing with the shaft is we need to make sure that any tape that's over the end of the shaft in the inside of this grip, we just break a hole through that so that the air can escape. Because when we go to glue this into this head, if the air can't get back out this side, we'll just push that in with glue and it will slowly force its way back out. Slowly push back out. I'll push it in and it'll push back out. It's called hydraulicing. So we need to make sure there's a pathway for the air to escape. So that's the shaft. Now with the head, I'm going to take a slightly larger drill bit. Now we're not trying to drill the bottom of the head out because it's a taper inside there. The shaft goes into a taper shape in the bottom there. So we're just using this to clean out the old glue residue that's in the bottom there. Okay, that's all we're doing. So we're just going to work that around and just get rid of the old glue residue. That should come up pretty clean, that one. Right, next, we need methylated spirits or some acetone. I've got some acetone here. It's a pretty good chemical for doing this kind of stuff. So, the problem that hurts, it cuts on your hands real bad. And we're just going to clean every surface that we've been working on, and that is going to need to be glued with the acetone. With the head, fill the neck up with it. Just fill that up in there, and that'll really flush that head out. And then we force the tip of a rag and push that in there. Get a drill bit, push it down inside. Really clean the bottom of that neck out. Okay, you can see there all that leftover gunk from burning the head off, but you can see how clean and new looking the neck still is, so I didn't overheat it. Don't get it too hot, just till the glue's soft. Okay, right, I'm going to get some glue out of these tins. Any 2-part epoxy glue will do the job for you. An arrow dye or anything like that. This is actually a boating product that we use at work, but any 2-part epoxy glue is going to do a good job for you. So I'm going to get that out and mix it up, and then we'll glue the head into the shaft. Shaft in the head even. I've mixed up the glue. Just whatever glue you use, make sure you mix it properly, like thoroughly for a long time. If you don't mix it properly, bits of it won't go hard and it'll just be a shocker. So once I've mixed up the glue, take a little tea peg, plenty on there, push it right down to the base of the head and make sure you work it around in there. It's right down the bottom of the club. Make some more. Right down to the bottom of the club. And then you can basically start filling the neck with the epoxy. What this is going to do, when you completely fill it, when you push that shaft in, it's going to have a nice big plug of epoxy up inside it. It's going to add to the strength of, obviously you've got your contact surfaces, but then you've also got that plug of epoxy up right inside the shaft. Okay, right. Just for good measure, a little bit inside the end of the shaft, and just turn that tip of that shaft around a little bit like that. Okay. Now, going to be a bit of goop run out here, and push that right home until it really meets the end. Before you do this, make sure you get that ferrule loose and moving on the shaft, because when you pulled it back, when you heated it up, it might be jammed up here. So push it back down before you get glue on it and make sure it's loose and moving and you're not fighting with it up here after you glue the head. So now that's well in there. So I'm just going to take a rag and I'm going to take off this excess here. You don't really want to glue that ferrule to the head. Because I want to pull the shaft out again, which I probably will. I'm going to wear this one out and I snap another one. Make sure you put all your epoxy rags straight in the bin. There's nothing worse than putting it down on the surface and then going to pick it up in a few hours and it's glued to the bench. That would not go down well with anybody. Okay, so that's the excess taken off. Now, once I've got no glue dripping anywhere, I'm going to make sure that I straighten the label on the shaft correctly. So I want this down the back. So I'm going to line this up with the back of the neck of the clog. So that looks good. A little bit further. Then we're going to pop that ferrule down. Maybe the tiniest little bit of glue if it's come really loose. And we've heated it up and pushed it back. Just put a tiny little dot, that'll soften off if it needs to come off again. Without any issues. And then just a last little wipe the excess off. And there it is, reshafted. From the off-the-shelf wedge flex shaft, and I've swapped out the good shaft from a worn-out wedge. Job done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Catch you later. Hey guys, one thing I forgot to tell you is keep this glue here. The glue you didn't use, keep it on your piece of cardboard. I use an old golf ball box just to contain it, so that you know. So we're going to leave this overnight. I'll come to it tomorrow morning. That should be rock hard. If it's not, then I know there's a problem and I can't go using that golf club because the glue hasn't gone off properly. Doesn't happen very often, but does happen occasionally. So we'll keep that in a safe place where no one's going to knock it over, and then we'll check it in the morning. Bye. Do you think it's gone off? Rock hard. Rock hard. Which means we are good to go with that golf club. See you later.